Now you
What
just
about
gave us a
World War
little hope.
III? There's an article today from the New York Post in our news gathering. Do you think
Well,
we
I
could?
think that-
Do you think we could have a World War III?
Well, I mean, we could have a World War III anytime, but the question is, what is World War III? You see, I would make the case that we're in World War III right now. We're already there.
Right, because it
And
looks different, right?
That's right, but it's not the tank against tank that we had in World War II or the jungles of Vietnam. This is a war being fought by other means. It is an economic war. Stop and think. You want to destroy the world. You want to control the world. Control the economy. Control the global economy. 2008, there was a run on our markets. And remember, the Congress stepped in 2008 and shut the markets down.
Yep.
Well, that was cyber warfare, probably the Chinese. In fact, the study that was done on that was probably the Chinese. If they can shut our markets down, if they can manipulate our markets, they control us. And then you look at not only the cyber warfare, but you look at the terrorism, which is a global threat. What is a world war if it's not a global situation? So I would say to you, in my view, we're in World War III. We just haven't yet recognized it. Now,
I can't believe you're a general in a real wars.
Yes.
You've seen fighting, and you're telling us what I've said for years. We're in the Third World War, and it's a world war. It really is a world war, people. And it's a war of words now. It's a war of terrorism. And I just want you to say one more thing about terrorism, because I was one of the reasons I wanted the President Trump elected was because of terrorism. I studied terrorism. I know what they're doing. I know what their plans are. They have a plan for America, and it's not a plan for good.
No, that's true.
It's a plan for evil. They want to destroy like malls all at once, maybe 100 of them all at once with bombs.
Day of Jihad.
They'll close America down. We're not ready for that.
No.
People will be so scared to go out and shop again if that happens. And they say they're even here in America now. Have you had any
Of course they're here in America.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but we need to open the gates more to let more in, don't we?
Yeah.
That's being facetious.
Well,
I'm sorry.
you've had Brigitte Gabriel here. You've had John Guandolo here.
Yes.
I can't tell you anything that they didn't tell you, and we're all very close friends. So,
but is anybody listening?
Well, that's the question, and I think that there's a more of an inclination now with Trump in the White House to listen to what they're saying. But we need to understand that, number one, the Muslim Brotherhood is operating in America, and it wears the face of organizations like CARE and the Islamic Society of North America and the Muslim Student Association. They are all components of the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood is terrorist. In fact, the Egyptians, the United Arab Emirates, and the Saudis have all declared them to be terrorists. It's time we do the same thing. But the second thing is this. If you go down and talk to Border Patrol agents, they will tell you that what's coming across that border there is not just a poor Mexican day worker. That what's coming across the border there are Middle East terrorists, because they are finding on the U.S. side of the border, they're finding Korans, they're finding prayer books, they're finding terrorist training manuals and prayer rugs in the little wadis or the gullies down there on the U.S. side. That means they're coming out of Mexico into America. Now, for what purpose? Well, they're going into these cells. After San Bernardino, I went out to do leadership training for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. And I pulled one of the sheriff's deputies aside and I said, "Are you worried that there are more cells like that one in San Bernardino operating in your area?" And they looked at me and they said, "General, we're worried that there are cells like that all over this country. And our Border Patrol is seeing them come across that border and they can't stop it."